All right, so get this. We're diving into the future of AI, like the stuff that top investors are really betting on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about Y Combinator's requests for startups list. It's basically like a sneak peek into what they think is going to be huge GE.
Like a crystal ball, but for tech.
Exactly. And what's even cooler is that these requests are from like summer 2024, winter 2025, A&D. There's a
Okay.
bonus one from spring 2025.
Oh, wow. So this is like really cutting edge.
Yeah, super cutting edge insights.
Yeah.
So are you ready to see where AI is headed next?
Let's dive in.
Okay, one thing that really jumped out at me was Gary Tan's idea for a secure AI app store. And it's not just about downloading apps, it's about completely changing how AI uses our data. Imagine like an AI that can book the perfect vacation for you because it knows your family loves to hike and has access to your past trip photos, beauty only with your permission.
Right. It's about giving users control over their data.
Exactly.
Because right now we're kind of at the mercy of these big AI models.
Yeah.
But with Tan's vision, it's like puts the power back in our hands.
Yeah.
We get to decide what data our AI can access and how it uses it.
Exactly.
It's like having a personal AI assistant that's actually working for you, not the other way around.
Okay, but all of this amazing AI needs somewhere to live, right? It's not all just happening in the cloud.
You're absolutely right. The hardware side of things is just as important.
Yeah.
Dinah Hugh and Dalton Caldwell have both been talking about the massive infrastructure needs for this AI boom.
Mm.
And they're specifically calling for like a new approach to data centers.
Hmm.
Think software-driven design robots doing the heavy lifting.
So instead of these giant warehouses full of servers, we're talking about data centers that are almost entirely automated.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
a fascinating contrast. We're talking about AI that can write poetry and compose music,
Yeah.
but it all relies on these massive physical spaces to exist.
Yeah.
And as AI gets more complex, the demand for data centers is only going to grow.
It's like we're building the foundation for like a whole new digital world. But what about the people living in that world? How does all this AI actually affect everyday work for someone who isn't a programmer or a data scientist?
That's where Michael Seibel's call for a DocuSign 2.0 comes in.
Okay.
Because, let's face it, nobody loves dealing with complicated documents.
Yeah, it's the worst.
But imagine if you could have an AI that can not only help you create those documents, but also like automatically fill in all the tedious details, explain complex legal terms, and even make sure you're not making any costly mistakes.
Wait, so this AI would be like having a lawyer and a personal assistant all rolled into one.
Exactly.
Sign me up.
It's about AI removing friction from all sorts of processes, whether you're applying for a loan, understanding a medical bill, or even just trying to figure out your taxes.
Yeah, how much time could we all save?
Right. It's about making technology work for us, not the other way around.
Okay, this is all starting to feel very futuristic.
Hmm.
And speaking of the future, let's talk about AI agents. This seems to be one of the hottest topics in the YC requests. But first, can you break down what an AI agent actually is?
Sure. So in simple terms, an AI agent is like a super smart computer program that can act on your behalf. It can
Mhm.
access information, make decisions, and even take actions in the real world, all based on your instructions and goals.
So it's like having a personal assistant who can do way more than just schedule appointments.
Exactly. And what makes these AI agents truly revolutionary is their ability to learn and adapt.
Okay.
Jared Friedman talked about giving these agents access to the web, and that's a total game changer.
Okay, I'm listening.
Imagine an AI agent that can not only plan your trip, but actually book your flights, reserve that perfect window seat for your kid, and even find you the best deals on hotels and activities.
Hold on, an AI that can book my entire vacation from start to finish. Now that's what I call a vacation upgrade.
And it's not just travel. We're talking about AI agents that can handle all sorts of tasks, from managing your finances to running your business. Think AI accountants, AI lawyers, AI customer service reps. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Mm.
But if these AI agents are going to be like running our lives, don't we need to make sure they're doing it right? I mean, how can we trust these agents to make the best decisions for us?
That's a crucial point. It's not enough for these AI agents to be powerful. They also need to be trustworthy.
Right.
And that's where the concept of vertical AI agents comes in.
Vertical AI agents. What are those?
Think of it this way. Instead of being general-purpose assistants, these vertical AI agents are specialists. They're designed for specific tasks and industries, and they're trained on massive amounts of data to become experts in their fields. So you might have a vertical AI agent for healthcare, another for finance, and another for legal matters.
So it's like having a team of AI experts, each specializing in a different area.
Exactly. And because these vertical AI agents are so specialized, They can be incredibly efficient and reliable. They can handle complex tasks with a level of accuracy and speed that would be impossible for humans to match.
That makes sense. But if all these amazing AI agents are being developed by big tech companies, what about the little guy? Is there any room for smaller players to get in on the action?
That's where Dalton Caldwell's idea of AICOs comes in.
AI codes.
Yeah, it stands for Commercial Open Source Software for AI.
Okay. That's a mouthful. Can you explain it in a way that even I can understand?
Of course. You see, most AI development happens behind closed doors, with companies keeping their code and algorithms secret.
Okay.
But AICOs is about making AI development more open and collaborative.
Okay.
It's about creating a community where anyone can contribute to the development of AI, regardless of their background or resources.
So it's like open source software, but for AI.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. But is it really possible for small independent developers to compete with the big tech giants in the AI space?
Absolutely. Caldwell actually points to a company called DeepSeek as an example of how open source AI can lead to amazing breakthroughs. DeepSeek created a powerful AI model that's entirely open source, and it's already proving to be a serious competitor to the models developed by the big tech companies.
That's impressive. So even in the world of AI, David can still take on Goliath.
Exactly. And that's what's so exciting about AI costs. It's about democratizing AI development and empowering anyone with a good idea to make a real impact. It's about creating a more diverse and innovative AI ecosystem, one that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Okay, this is all incredibly exciting, but let's get back to the human side of things. I mean, if AI is writing all the code, designing all the chips, and running all the businesses, what's left for humans to do? Are we all just going to be sitting around watching AI do everything?
Not at all. In fact, Pete Kuhlman believes that we'll need even more software engineers in the future, but their roles will evolve significantly.
Wait, more software engineers. But if AI is writing all the code, wouldn't we need fewer programmers, not more?
That's a common misconception. See, AI can automate a lot of the repetitive tasks involved in coding, but it can't replace the creativity, problem solving, and critical thinking that humans bring to the table.
Okay.
So instead of writing code line by line, software engineers will become more like architects designing complex systems and managing teams of AI agents that handle the actual coding.
So it's not about humans versus AI, but rather humans and AI working together to create something even greater than either could achieve alone.
Exactly. It's about leveraging the strengths of both humans and AI to create a better future for everyone.
Yeah.
And speaking of the future, all this AI needs to run on something, right?
Huh.
We've got to talk about the hardware.
You're right. It's easy to get caught up in the software side of things, but without the hardware to support it, all this amazing AI would just be a bunch of code sitting on a hard drive somewhere.
And that brings us to Gary Tan's point about the need for AI-powered chip design. He emphasizes that in the age of AI, chip development is no longer just about economics. It's about strategic importance. Control over AI-specialized chips could become a major geopolitical factor.
Okay, I'm starting to see where this is going. But why are these AI chips so important? What's so special about them?
Well, traditional computer chips, like the ones in your laptop or smartphone, are designed to handle a wide range of tasks.
Right.
But AI workloads are different.
Okay.
They require a different kind of processing power, something more specialized and efficient. Imagine chips that are custom designed for specific AI tasks like natural language processing, image recognition, or even running those complex AI agents we discussed earlier.
So it's like having a brain that's perfectly wired for its job. I get it.
Yeah,
But isn't designing these specialized AI chips incredibly complex?
it is. But that's where AI comes in again. AI is being used to design the very chips that will power the next generation of AI.
Wow.
It's a considered recursive loop of innovation with AI constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
That's mind-blowing. But with all this talk about AI taking over everything, it's easy to forget about the human side of things. What about the people whose jobs might be displaced by AI? What about the ethical implications of creating machines that can think for themselves?
Those are all valid concerns, and it's important to address them as we move forward with AI development. In fact, Dalton Caldwell has put forth a challenge. He wants to see startups that can create 1 million jobs that AI can't do.
1 million jobs that AI can't do, that's a tall order. But it's also an incredibly exciting challenge.
It is. It's about finding the intersection between human ingenuity and AI capabilities. It's about reimagining the future of work and creating a world where humans and AI can thrive together.
So the big question is, what can humans do that AI can't? What are those uniquely human skills and talents that will become even more valuable in an AI-powered world?
That's a question worth exploring.
And we will. But first, we need to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more insights from the world of AI. All right, we're back. And before the break, we were talking about all the amazing things AI can do,
Right.
but also about the importance of like keeping the human element in mind.
Absolutely. It's not just about what AI can do. But what it should do, we have to think about the impact on jobs, the potential for bias, and the ethical implications of creating machines that can, make decisions that affect our lives.
It's like we need like a new set of rules for the AI age, right? Some guidelines to help us navigate this new landscape.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. And in a way, these YC requests are kind of like a starting point for that conversation.
Okay.
They're highlighting the kinds of AI applications that are not only innovative, but also aligned with our values as a society.
Okay. I like that. So it's not just about creating cool technology, it's about creating technology that like serves humanity.
Right.
But I noticed something interesting as I was reading through these requests. There's a lot of focus on AI in healthcare, finance, and even manufacturing. But are there any areas where these investors are specifically staying away from? Are there any red flags they're raising?
That's a sharp observation. And yes, there are a few areas where there seems to be a bit more caution. For example, there's a noticeable lack of requests for AI applications in areas like surveillance, law enforcement, and military applications.
That makes sense. I mean, those are areas where the potential for misuse is high. It's
Yeah,
like we're collectively saying, hold on, let's think this through carefully before we unleash AI in these sensitive domains.
precisely. It's a recognition that AI is a powerful tool.
Yeah,
And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
yeah.
It's up to us to ensure that we're developing and deploying AI in a way that benefits humanity, not harms it.
Okay, so responsible AI development is key. But let's get back to like some of the specific requests that really caught my attention. One that stood out was this idea of bringing manufacturing back to America. I mean, it's a topic that's been debated for years, but how does AI factor into this equation?
It's a fascinating development, and one that Jared Friedman is particularly bullish on. He actually mentions it in both the summer 2024 and winter 2025 lists.
Mm-hmm.
He sees AI and advanced robotics as key drivers in revitalizing American manufacturing.
Okay.
He even points to companies like Astranis, Gecko Robotics, and Soligen as examples of what's possible.
Okay, refresh my memory. What do those companies do again?
Sure. So Astranis is building smaller, more affordable telecommunications satellites.
Okay.
Gecko Robotics is creating robots that can inspect critical infrastructure, like pipelines and power plants.
Got it.
And Soligen is using AI to develop eco-friendly chemical manufacturing processes. They're all pioneers in their respective fields, showing how AI can revolutionize manufacturing.
Okay, so these companies are definitely pushing the boundaries of what's possible, but how does this actually help bring manufacturing back to the US? I mean, didn't we lose a lot of manufacturing jobs to overseas competition because of cheaper labor?
That's a common assumption, but it's not the whole story.
Okay.
While labor costs are definitely a factor, there are other forces at play, including automation, supply chain complexity, and the need for more specialized skills. And guess what? AI can help address all of these challenges.
Wait, seriously. Break that down for me. How does AI make U.S. manufacturing more competitive?
First, AI-powered robotics can automate many of the tasks that were previously done by humans, reducing the need for large, low-skilled workforces. This helps to level the playing field in terms of labor costs and allows U.S. manufacturers to compete more effectively with overseas factories.
So it's not about replacing human workers altogether, but rather like changing the nature of work in manufacturing.
Exactly. AI allows human workers to move up the value chain, focusing on tasks that require creativity, problem-solving, and critical thinking. Instead of mindlessly assembling product on an assembly line, workers can be trained to operate and maintain complex AI-powered machinery.
So it's a win-win. We get more high-tech manufacturing in the U.S., and workers get higher skilled, better paying jobs.
Precisely. And here's another thing. AI can help untangle the complexities of global supply chains. By analyzing vast amounts of data, AI can optimize production processes, predict demand, and identify potential bottlenecks. This makes U.S. manufacturers more agile and resilient, able to respond quickly to changing market conditions.
So instead of relying on these long, complicated supply chains that span the globe, we can like bring manufacturing closer to home.
Exactly. Shorter supply chains mean lower transportation costs, faster delivery times, and less vulnerability to global disruptions. It's about creating more sustainable and resilient manufacturing ecosystem.
Okay, this is all starting to make sense, but what about the skills gap? Don't we need a more highly skilled workforce to operate these AI-powered factories?
Absolutely. And that's another area where AI can play a role. AI-powered training programs can help workers develop the skills they need to thrive in this new manufacturing environment. We're talking about schools like robotics, data analytics, AI programming, and advanced problem solving.
It's like AI is not only transforming the factory floor, but also the classroom. It's creating opportunities for workers to upskill and reskill, preparing them for the jobs of the future.
Exactly. AI is a catalyst for innovation and progress in manufacturing. It's about creating a more efficient, sustainable, and competitive manufacturing sector, one that benefits both workers and businesses.
Okay, so AI is revolutionizing manufacturing, but what about the world of finance? Another YC request that caught my eye was this idea of FinTech 2.0. What exactly does that mean, and how is AI shaping this new wave of financial technology?
It's a fascinating area, and Dalton Caldwell's a big proponent of it. He's calling for a new generation of fintech companies built on AI and emerging technologies like stablecoins. He believes these technologies have the potential to disrupt traditional financial institutions in a major way.
Okay, remind me what stablecoins are again. It's one of those terms I hear thrown around a lot, but I'm not always sure I fully understand it.
Sure, stablecoins are digital currencies that are pegged to the value of a stable asset like the US dollar.
Okay.
They offer the speed and efficiency of cryptocurrencies, but without the price volatility that has made crypto investing so risky.
So they're like digital dollars. But why are they so important for this FinTech 2.0 vision?
Stablecoins provide a more stable and reliable way to conduct financial transactions, especially in the context of international payments, microtransactions, and even everyday purchases. They eliminate the need for traditional intermediaries like banks, which means lower fees, faster transaction times, and greater financial inclusion.
So instead of waiting days for a bank transfer to clear, I could use stablecoins to send money to someone on the other side of the world instantly.
Exactly. And because stablecoins are based on blockchain technology, they're also more secure and transparent than traditional payment systems.
Okay, that's impressive. But how does AI fit into all of this?
AI enhances the power of stablecoins and other fintech innovations in several ways. For example, AI can be used to automate tasks like fraud detection, risk assessment, and personalized financial advice.
So instead of dealing with clunky bank websites and endless paperwork, I could use AI-powered fintech apps to manage my finances seamlessly and securely.
Exactly. FinTech 2.0 is about making financial services more accessible, affordable, and user-friendly. It's about empowering individuals and businesses to take control of their finances and participate in the global economy on a more equal footing.
It's like we're democratizing finance.
Yeah.
We're giving everyone access to the tools and opportunities that were once only available to the wealthy and well-connected.
Precisely. And AI is a key enabler of this transformation. It's allowing us to reimagine the very nature of financial services and create a more inclusive and equitable financial system.
Okay, now I'm really getting excited about the possibilities, but let's shift gears one last time and talk about something truly awe-inspiring: space exploration. Several of the YC requests mention this idea of new space companies and the incredible opportunities that are opening up as the cost of access to space continues to decline.
It's an area that both Jared Friedman and Dalton Caldwell are particularly passionate about. They see a future where space is no longer the exclusive domain of governments and giant corporations, but rather a realm where startups and entrepreneurs can thrive.
It's like the Wild West of the 21st century, a whole new frontier waiting to be explored and colonized. I
Yeah,
love it.
that's a great analogy. And just as the early pioneers ventured westward in search of new opportunities, today's space, entrepreneurs are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, driven by a spirit of adventure, innovation, and a desire to make their mark on history.
So what kinds of companies are we talking about here? What are these new space companies actually doing?
They're doing everything from building and launching satellites to developing new propulsion systems, mining asteroids, and even planning for space tourism. It's a truly diverse and rapidly evolving sector with endless possibilities for innovation and disruption.
It's mind-boggling to think about, but how does AI fit into this whole space exploration equation? I mean, isn't space exploration mostly about rockets, satellites, and astronauts?
While those are certainly essential components of space exploration, AI is playing an increasingly critical role in almost every aspect of this field. For example, AI is being used to design more efficient spacecraft, plan complex missions, navigate through treacherous environments, and even search for signs of extraterrestrial life.
Wow, that's incredible. So AI isn't just helping us get to space, it's helping us understand and explore it once we're there.
Exactly. AI is like our co-pilot in this grand adventure, helping us navigate the complexities of space and unlock its mysteries.
It's amazing to think about how far we've come in such a short time. From launching Sputnik, the first artificial satellite just a few decades ago, to now talking about AI-powered space exploration. The pace of progress is truly astounding.
It is. And what's even more exciting is that we're still in the early stages of this space revolution. The possibilities are practically limitless, and AI will undoubtedly play a pivotal role in shaping the future of space exploration.
This is all so inspiring. But speaking of inspiring, one of the YC requests that really captured my imagination was this call for a way to end cancer. I mean, that sounds almost too ambitious even for AI. Is that even a realistic goal?
It's certainly an ambitious goal, but not necessarily an impossible one. Surbi Cerna, a YC partner focused on healthcare, believes it's within reach thanks to AI and advances in medical technology. She's particularly excited about the potential of early detection through advanced MRI technology combined with AI-powered diagnostic tools.
So instead of trying to cure cancer after it's already taken hold, the focus is on catching it in its earliest stages when it's most treatable.
Exactly. Modern MRIs are incredibly sensitive, capable of detecting tiny tumors that might otherwise go unnoticed. But the challenge is that widespread MRI screening could lead to a flood of false positives overwhelming the healthcare system.
That makes sense. If you're looking for something really tiny, you're bound to find a lot of other things that aren't what you're looking for.
Precisely. And that's where AI comes in. AI algorithms can analyze these MRI scans with incredible accuracy, filtering out false positives and identifying true cases of cancer with much greater precision.
So it's like having an AI-powered radiologist working alongside human doctors to ensure that we're catching cancer early and accurately.
Exactly. And Sarna believes this approach could dramatically reduce cancer deaths, since most cancers are treatable if caught early enough.
Okay, that's a game changer. To think that we could potentially eradicate one of the most devastating diseases humanity has ever faced.
It's definitely a hopeful vision, and it highlights the incredible power of AI to not only improve our lives, but potentially save them as well.
It's truly amazing. But AI's potential in healthcare extends far beyond just cancer detection. Another YC request that caught my eye was this idea of foundation models for biological systems. Can you explain what that means and how it could revolutionize healthcare?
That's another area that has the potential to be truly transformative. Surbi Sarna is a big advocate for this. She envisions AI models that are trained on vast amounts of biological data, encompassing everything from DNA sequences to protein structures to clinical trial results.
So instead of training AI models on text, images, or code, we're training them on the very building blocks of life.
Exactly. These foundation models would have a deep understanding of how biological systems work, enabling them to make predictions and discoveries that would be impossible for humans alone.
Okay, that sounds incredibly complex, but can you give me some concrete examples of how these models could be used in healthcare?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Imagine an AI model that can predict which patients are most likely to respond to a particular drug based on their unique genetic makeup. Or an AI that can design entirely new drugs tailored to specific diseases and individual patients.
Wow, that's personalized medicine on a whole new level. No more one-size-fits-all treatments.
Exactly. These foundation models could revolutionize drug discovery diagnostics and treatment planning, leading to more effective and personalized healthcare for everyone.
It's like having an AI-powered medical research team working tirelessly to unlock the secrets of human biology and find cures for the diseases that plague us.
Precisely. And the potential extends far beyond just human health. These models could also be used to develop new agricultural technologies, design biofuels, and even understand the complex ecosystems that support life on Earth.
The possibilities are endless. But before we get carried away, there's one more YC request I want to touch on, and it's something we've discussed indirectly throughout this entire deep dive, the need for explainable AI. Why is this concept so crucial, especially as AI becomes increasingly integrated into our lives?
You're hitting on a fundamental point. As AI systems become more complex and powerful, it becomes increasingly difficult to understand how they arrive at their decisions.
Right.
This lack of transparency can lead to mistrust bias and even unintended consequences.
It's like we're handing over control to a black box with no way of knowing what's going on inside.
Exactly. And that's why explainable AI is so important. It's about making AI systems more transparent so that we can understand how they work, why they make certain decisions, and what data they're using. This transparency is essential for building trust, ensuring fairness, and holding AI systems accountable.
So it's not just about creating powerful AI, it's about creating AI that we can understand and trust.
Precisely. Explainable AI is about bridging the gap between humans and machines, ensuring that AI remains a tool that serves humanity, not the other way around.
It's a reminder that AI is ultimately a human creation, and it's up to us to guide its development in a responsible and ethical way.
Absolutely. And that's why these YC requests are so valuable. They're not just a list of cool ideas. They're a reflection of our collective values, aspirations, and anxieties about the future of AI.
It's like we're having a conversation as a society about what kind of AI we want to create and how we want to use it.
Exactly. And these requests are a starting point for that conversation. They're an invitation to think critically, to innovate responsibly, and to shape a future where AI enhances our lives in ways we can't even imagine today.
Wow, that's a powerful message. So what does all of this mean for you, the listener? What can you take away from this deep dive into the future of AI?
The key takeaway is that AI is no longer just a science fiction concept. It's a rapidly evolving reality that's already transforming our world in profound ways. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an investor, a student, or just a curious individual, it's essential to understand the potential of AI, both the opportunities and the challenges it presents.
It's like we're standing on the edge of a new era, and AI is the key that unlocks the door to a future full of possibilities. But it's up to us to choose which doors to open and how we navigate this uncharted territory.
Exactly. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we create together through our choices, our actions, and our collective imagination.
So the big question for you, the listener, is this: what role do you want to play in shaping the future of AI? We were just talking about healthcare, and you know what really grabbed my attention? The YC request for startups focused on mental health solutions.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like we've been so focused on the physical aspects of health
Right.
that mental well-being has kind of taken a back seat.
It's true. And I think the pandemic really brought this issue to the forefront. We're seeing a growing demand for mental health services,
Mm-hmm.
but access remains a huge challenge. That's where AI could make a real difference.
So how exactly can AI help with something as complex and personal as mental health?
Well, imagine AI-powered apps that can provide personalized support and guidance 24/7.
Okay.
Think of it like having a therapist in your pocket, always available to listen, offer coping strategies, and even connect you with human professionals when needed.
That's a pretty powerful concept, especially for people who might not have access to traditional therapy due to cost, stigma, or location.
Right.
It could really democratize mental health care.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And AI can also help with early detection and intervention.
Okay.
Imagine AI analyzing social media posts or even voice patterns to identify individuals who might be at risk for depression or anxiety.
Oh, wow.
This could allow for early intervention, potentially preventing more serious mental health issues down the road.
It's like AI is acting as a safety net, catching people before they fall through the cracks. But what about the human element? Therapy is such a personal and nuanced process. Can AI really replicate that?
It's important to remember that AI isn't meant to replace human therapists.
Okay.
Instead, it's about augmenting their abilities and extending their reach. AI can handle tasks like scheduling basic assessments and even providing personalized content, freeing up therapists to focus on the more complex and sensitive aspects of care.
So AI is taking care of the logistics,
Yeah.
allowing therapists to spend more quality time with the patients.
Precisely. It's about creating a more efficient and effective mental health care system, one that leverages the strengths of both humans and AI.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential here. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something that's both fascinating and a little bit unsettling: the idea of AI writing. Several of the YC requests mention this, and it's clear that AI is already making waves in the creative world.
It's definitely one of the most talked about applications of AI,
Yeah.
and it's no wonder why we're seeing AI generate everything from poems and screenplays to news articles and marketing copy, and the results are often surprisingly good.
I've actually played around with some of those AI writing tools, and I have to admit I'm both impressed and a little bit intimidated. It's amazing what these systems can produce. But does this mean that human writers are going the way of the dodo? Are we all going to be replaced by AI robots?
I don't think it's about replacement. It's more about evolution. Just like calculators didn't replace mathematicians, AI writing tools won't replace human writers. Instead, they'll change the nature of writing, allowing writers to focus on higher-level tasks like ideation, storytelling, and crafting compelling narratives. Think of it as AI handling the first draft, freeing up writers to focus on the polishing and refining.
So instead of spending hours staring at a blank page, writers can use AI to get the creative juices flowing and then take it from there.
Exactly.
I like that. It's like having an AI brainstorming partner.
Exactly. And AI can also help writers with tasks like research editing and even translation. It can analyze vast amounts of text to identify trends, generate new ideas, and ensure that writing is clear, concise, and engaging.
It's like AI is becoming a writer's Swiss Army knife, providing a whole suite of tools to enhance their craft.
Precisely. And I think we'll see even more innovative uses of AI in writing in the years to come.
Okay, I'm convinced that AI is going to change the world as we know it. But I have to admit, It's all a little overwhelming. Where do we even begin to make sense of all this? How can we prepare ourselves for a future that seems to be changing at warp speed?
It's a great question. And I think the key is to stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. Don't be afraid to experiment with new AI tools. Read about the latest developments and participate in conversations about the ethical and societal implications of AI. The more we understand about this technology, the better equipped we'll be to shape its future in a positive way.
That's great advice. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the future of AI, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from this conversation?
The one thing I hope everyone remembers is that the future of AI is not something that's happening to us. It's something we're creating together. Every choice we make, every action we take shapes the trajectory of this technology. So let's be mindful, let's be responsible, and let's use this incredible power to build a future that benefits all of humanity.
I love that. It's a reminder that we're not just passive observers in this technological revolution. We're active participants, and we have the power to shape the future of AI in a way that reflects our values and aspirations.
Exactly. The future is not predetermined. It's a blank canvas, and we're the artists.
That's a beautiful way to put it. So, to our listeners, we encourage you to stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. The world of AI is full of wonder, and the future is yours to create. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring.